In this video, we are going to review the import format in the Format Builder. The Format Builder is used to create both import and export formats, but we will only review the import format in this video. An import format is used to import leads. Instead of adding leads one at a time, you can upload a file of leads into your DCDial system. The import format tells DCDial how to extract the lead data from your files. To navigate to the Format Builder, click on the Administration tab at the top of the screen. Select Setup in the left side menu, and then click Format Builder. To create a new import format, click Create Format. This is an example of a list of leads. We will be creating an import format using this lead list as a template. Enter a name for your import format, and then select Import Leads from the Format Type dropdown. And then choose the file you are going to use as a template for your import format. And then click Create. You will be directed to the Format Builder, which has 4 steps. In Step 1, define your delimiter, splitter, and header settings. The delimiter tells DCDial how values in your files are separated. You can parse data in a text file into separate columns according to the delimiter. If you select Auto, the system will automatically detect the delimiter based on your file. The splitter option allows you to separate data from a single column in your Excel file into 2 columns according to a common character. For example, if you have a name column in your Excel file that contains last name, first name, you can use the splitter by comma to separate the column into 2 different columns. If your import file has a header row that you don't want to be included in your list, such as this row, then click Ignore Header. Click Next to go to Step 2. In Step 2, DCDial maps your file data into our system. In the File's Value column, map the value from your file that aligns most closely to the DCDial system fields. For example, in Account ID, map the lead's account ID. In First Name, map the lead's first name, and so on. You're going to map everything here except for the phone numbers. In the Data Type column, select the data type for the file value. This affects how DCDial reads the value into the system. For example, for account balance, you will want to select decimal to make sure that the system accounts for the decimal place. You can preview the import format at the bottom of the page to ensure that everything is mapped properly. In Step 3, you're going to map the phone numbers from your list. Choose which phone type you're going to import into DCDial. As you can see, our list has mobile and home phone numbers. Choose the column from your file that aligns with the phone labels. Again, if leads have multiple phone numbers or multiple phone types, click the green plus to add another row, and then click Next. In Step 4, scrub your list to remove any invalid data and do compliance checks. First, you can check for duplicate leads. There are 3 different options to choose from. List will check if there are duplicate leads within a file that you upload. Campaign lists will check for duplicates in an uploaded file against all the lists in the same campaign. System will check for duplicates in an uploaded file against all of your lists system-wide. Next, you can check to make sure that phone numbers are valid US or Canada numbers. The system will assess validity using the area code, prefix, or both. This allows you to filter out invalid numbers before starting your campaign. To ensure that a lead is dialed within your contact schedule, specify how DCDial determines what time zone a lead is in. DCDial can determine a lead time zone by lead area code, zip code, or both. If you select both and there is a discrepancy between the area code and the zip code, then DCDial will always default to the later time zone. For example, if the lead's area code is in Florida and the zip code is in California, DCDial will default to the California time zone. If DCDial is unable to determine what time zone a lead is in, it will default to the time zone specified here. In toll-free numbers, select whether toll-free numbers should be added to your system. If you select Not Allowed, all toll-free numbers will be marked as invalid. Finally, Mobile Phone Scrub identifies which phone numbers in this list are mobile phone numbers. This function is useful for SMS campaigns and for complying with mobile phone regulations. When you are done creating your import format, click Save. You can now upload lead files under Lists using the import format you just created. When you select Upload File, you're going to select which campaign you want to add the list to and the import format that aligns with the format of the file you are uploading. You are now ready to use the import format.
Thanks so much for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel.